Guys, I want to start this off by saying thank you to our new followers. I appreciate you guys. Keep them coming. Again, spread the word, share it with some of your friends who want to have some knowledge on, what we do on our podcast. So to continue, welcome to this week's Generation Irons podcast. Your host, me, Victor Martinez, along with Ehsan Farahi, Vlad Yudin, and Edwin Mejia.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, see you guys.
So we have a great question of the week today, but let's address some comments, no? Should we do that?
Let's go with the comments, man. Come on.
So we've talked about, nicotine and how it's not great for you, especially if you smoke it, right? Smoking cigarettes, cigars, whatever. And we got a lot of comments, people saying, no, nicotine is actually great for you. And it's actually great for cognitive, cognitive skills and all that stuff. And I want to read some comments here. Danny has to comment, by the way.
Let me find out, Danny.
What Danny has to say?
I'll tell you in a second. So a guy named Alex Jones, 2039, said, comment on nicotine is false, meaning that you're wrong on it. Nicotine itself as a drug is not bad for you. It's good for you. Obviously, it's addictive. but that being said, there is even a conversation that it's not addicting, rather habit forming, because other substances and tobacco products make it so addictive. And then Danny Hester, your friend, what did he say? He said, Danny Hester 3342, presumably the real thing. He said, I taught Victor everything I forgot. Nicotine is very powerful neural cognitive drug, good for brain, but it is also a vasoconstrictor, so it's not great for training. I do 3 reps for 100 sets. Anyway, people are saying
it's great for training?
He said it's not great for training, but
I don't know. Marcus Rule smoke a cigarette right before every workout, so I don't know, man.
My question is this. So I've done some research on it, and it's basically saying it's not really great for you. I mean, you can get some benefits from it if you take it, like, not in a cigarette form. Like, what are you taking? Is it a pill? Like,
you guys snorting it, man. And again, whoever said I was wrong, you obviously been smoking for the last 20, 30 years. Give me a phone call so I can hear your raspy voice. But saying I'm wrong again, I did the pros and the cons. Yes, cognitive skills or whatever.
I guess it gets you focused, the nicotine, right? That's what they're saying. But like
cognitive
poison is a
yeah.
poison. It doesn't matter. I mean, come on, man.
Doesn't matter.
79% of the drugs comes from opium. But opium is not good for body. They take it advantage for making drugs. I mean, come on, man. Everyone knows nicotine is
Plus,
not good
Victor was
for
responding to another comment there because some guy said, nicotine is great for you. You can smoke cigars and drink alcohol till you're 90 or something. Till 90.
So do it. I mean,
and Victor was saying it's not normal. Like, it can happen to you, but it's not normal.
And again, we address the pros and the cons.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does it help certain things at a small amount? If it's treated, let's say if it is in pharmaceutical form, maybe, but actually smoking it, what are you, nuts?
Inside the cigarette packet, and behind, they write it down. If you smoke
Surgeon's general warning, of course.
If you smoke this, you could be die.
No, the guy said, no, that's a lie too, They just put that there, They just put that there. At the end of the day, the cigarette companies, they're going to make their money.
My question for all those commenters that are saying that nicotine is great for cognitive skills, aren't there better ways to improve your cognitive skills? I mean, right? There's other ways.
There's amazing nootropics out there.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of other things that you need to take. You can take cognitive enhancers out there that are now in the market, of course.
And I won't name them because then you'll think I'll be promoting them.
So we'll level people that comment, but I'm just, we try to at least be reasonable here, don't you think?
Again, guys, there's pros and there's cons to it. At the end of the day, you keep smoking, you keep doing that. The cons are going to outweigh the pros, Yeah, you remember a little bit, but now you can't breathe. Yeah, you're focused in reading, but now you're dying of freaking, your lungs collapsing.
You can't walk.
All right, let's do the question of the day. Today's very special because it comes from an audience member who's 72 years old.
72
years old.
That is nice, man.
That's great. We have some, our audience ranges from like 18 years old or even younger, and all the way to 70. That's great.
So yeah, the question comes to us from Gym Rat Matt. Again, thanks to Gym Rat. Gym Rat Matt.
That's a cool name.
Who is 72 years old. Thank you for submitting your question. We have, obviously, Transparent Labs here are the sponsor. They have an incredible line of products. We really do love featuring them because they have clean ingredients, 28 grams of protein in their 100% grass-fed protein, and we highly recommend them. They're part of our podcast, and we're proud to have them on.
Be hooked up, man.
And if you go right now on the website, and if you do a subscription, then you get a variety pack, I believe.
Correct. You get a variety pack. You get your offer on there with the Generation Iron code. Now, Gym Rat Matt says, "Hey guys, I have a question about not getting a pump. I'm 72 years old. I'm 6'1". I can no longer get a pump when I train. I started training seriously about 3.5 years ago when I was 68 on a progressive routine, one body part a day with 3 days on, 1 day off, and have made significant gains in strength and size. I went from a tired 212 to a solid 250 pounds. I have tried over a dozen pump supplements, stim and non-stim pre-workout drinks, several NO2 products, and even a low dose of Viagra, and none have helped with a pump. I have also tried high rep, low weight, and medium rep with heavier weight. I was getting great pumps up until about 2 years ago, then all of a sudden nothing. I'm currently on TRT, a daily Cialis 5 milligrams, and do get regular blood work done and even take a baby aspirin daily. It's not that I train for pump, and I know you don't need a pump to grow because I'm still growing and getting stronger, but I missed a pump. Could this be due to my age? If so, you guys are not going to like getting old, of course. My passion for bodybuilding training is off the charts, but a pump every now and then would be the icing on the cake. Thank you. And P.S. I do 2 warm-up sets, 2 working sets, usually 8 to 10 reps to failure, and I drop set also to failure. 3 exercises per body part, 1 body part per workout.
Wow! Shout out to him.
Yeah,
72
shout out
years
to
old.
you. Again, that's 3. You started 3 years ago. After 2 years, you start feeling the pump. You gained 38 pounds. That's pretty impressive. I would think I wouldn't want you to actually gain any more weight for health reasons, obviously. But you are 6'1", right?
Mm-hmm.
6'1". Now,
6'1", 212 to 250. That's a pretty
250.
dude, you're
impressive
big.
weight.
You're
It's
big,
big.
but you are
It's big.
tall.
It's big.
You are tall, so I'm not gonna, have you been 5'6", 7", I would say you're a little too heavy. But to address the pump, I agree. It is the icing on the cake. When I wasn't getting a pump in the beginning stages of working out, which was, my first 2 years, and I remember in the second year I wasn't getting a pump. One thing I realized was I was overtraining. 2, I wasn't recovering enough, obviously. And 3, I was doing too many exercises. So those are factors. But as far as your pump, age does become a factor in not getting a pump. It does happen. So the only thing I will have to recommend for you is you try a vasodilator, which you're doing the Cialis.
And TRT.
And the TRT, try some arginine, that could help. Also, slow reps, focus on that squeeze on the first warm-ups. The first 2 warm-ups that you do, just don't do them as you would your final sets or reps. Just get that squeeze and slow release. So focus on the negative as well. But that should help you. Also on the food, are you eating enough carbs? You're having enough carbs. That's also a factor that can hinder your pumps. Any other things that I could say? Definitely your recovery is also sleep. Are you sleeping longer than 6 hours? Because that's definitely one of the biggest things why I couldn't get a pump. I was working the graveyard shift. I was working 11 to 7.
Is he taking a pre-workout?
I think on Cialis.
Yeah.
He tried
only
pre-workout.
because of his age. I would not recommend a pre-workout.
No, he said he taking pre-workout.
He used to, I think, yeah.
Yeah, he's tried pre-workout, non-stim, stim. He's also tried, milligrams of Cialis. He's tried.
Yeah, try arginine. Load up on some arginine, man. That should definitely.
What about
help.
Tribulus? Would you recommend for a pump Tribulus or no?
Tribulus, again, you could do the Tribulus, but the Cialis, again, he's doing 5.
Yeah, it's already enough.
Try
man.
10, man.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be
I mean,
much, you know.
For this age, is little bit. I'm not suggesting.
Just be careful.
I
maybe?
just give him the salt. One teaspoon.
Salts, that's another factor.
One spoon salt in the water before workout, mixing. You don't need any pre-workout.
Who's the oldest client you train or you trained ever in life? Oldest.
92.
92.
92.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good, man.
How was he? Was he getting a pump?
He was good.
He was getting
He
a pump?
Good. Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Good.
That's good, man.
Is he right? You're training a man right now?
I was working last year with him
Wow.
for 6 months, and then he moved to Miami because
Miami,
the coldness
92.
for here. The doctor told him go to Miami. He moved to Miami.
Wow. So he was healthy getting the pumps?
Yeah.
So it's possible then?
He
No, you
started
can't get the
working.
pump, but it's always, again, we're not going to do the same amount of exercise, you know,
Right,
as often either. So, you know, he is training 3 days on, 1 day off. So he's training 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
so
lot too.
I would say, you know, let's go down to the 4 or 5 days a week.
4 max, 3 to 4.
Yeah.
For this age, you
Yes.
need recovery. Exactly what
Your
you say.
recovery is much slower.
Yes.
So recovery turnaround is much slower. And you have to remember, without the recovery, you're not going to get the pump. We can recommend all the supplements. We can recommend any more TRT.
And one more thing, he has to bring his weight down. 250. I mean, sometimes the fat doesn't let you to feel that pump.
Fat?
You get pump, but that fat doesn't let you to see and
He
you
didn't specify.
feeling.
Are you doing
that
any
pump.
cardio? I don't know if he's doing any cardio.
Yeah.
He didn't specify that.
Yeah.
That's warm-ups.
Cardio is help too.
So would you both of you guys, would you agree that age doesn't matter for strength training? As you age, you should be strength training, correct?
Of course,
Yeah.
because you start losing the muscle. You
That's
know?
important, right?
Now, going too heavy, that's the only thing I would go against. You know, going too heavy, using too much, training too often.
Smart workout. You have
different
to
kind of
do smart workout.
You have to
But
evolve.
just lifting make the muscle strong.
Mhm.
When you get age after, specifically after 70, 75 years, you get weaker and weak.
Mhm.
And you cannot eat that much like young people. You have to moderate your food to keep your weight low as much you can, because heavy weight is against for the heart.
Mm.
So it's weight is involved, food is involved, and age is involved. All those three together, you have to bring weight down, and you have to eat much smarter. You cannot eat like a 20 or 30 or 40 years old
You
man.
can't. Your gut is gonna process slower.
Yes.
It's gonna just create a whole other wave of issues.
Yes, and he has to be very careful about Viagra or Cialis. I mean, Cialis is much better than Viagra. Viagra, blood pressure goes too high for
You don't want to go blind either. you know?
Yes.
It's like
it's very dangerous for that age.
Not worth a bump.
nah, not worth the pump, but definitely slow down on the number of times you train per week. You know, send us a picture. Love to see how you
email
look.
it to
You know,
us.
we give you a shout out, man. But keep training. You know,
Great question, yeah.
you started 3 years ago.
Cardio too.
Yeah, a little cardio. All of that will actually start helping. So it also create more blood flow.
Gym Rat Matt.
Gym Rat Matt, enjoy the products. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
and thank you for listening.
And guys, submit the questions in the comments
Watching
below.
everything, all of it, man.
Yeah.
You know, appreciate you.
All right.
You need to take your muscles to the max! Whoa there, Turbo. Do you even know what's in that stuff? Oh, yeah. See, most protein powders are filled with artificial sweeteners, food dyes, and filler.
I wouldn't put that stuff in my body.
Neither would I. Transparent Labs is made with just a handful of all-natural ingredients without any of the weird stuff. Transparent Labs. Protein without the weird stuff.
There's been a news story a couple of weeks ago. I guess Lee Priest renewed his pro card or something like that. But I was confused about that because I thought he was banned from competing in IFBB Pro. So I guess he wasn't, because he made a statement that he, I guess, renewed his pro card. I don't know what that means. He's going to compete or not. What do you think about that? I think so.
Would you ever compete against Lee in Masters?
Leading the Masters, man. If Lee competes, man, I'll compete. I don't think Lee's that crazy.
He also made a comment that
I don't think he's that crazy.
he made a comment, if he was to compete in his prime in today's Men's Open, he'd be in somewhere in the top 10. And
I
then
think
kind of
so.
that starts a new conversation for
I think so.
You think he would make it?
Yeah. The only thing really is just that at the end, he always brought in the muscle. He has never had the graininess, you know? He was crazy. I mean, you look at him at 21.
At the prime, he said at the prime,
Well,
I put him in top 6.
He said
Top
in a,
6 easy.
his
I put him
prime
top
competing
6.
on today's men's open stage.
I put him top 6.
really?
Easily.
4.
Yeah.
Really?
Top
Oh,
Today?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you're saying he'll be like in a Sam Dowder's?
2003,
He was
2004,
Derek
Lee
Lunsford.
Priest.
He's
Oh
a
my
genetic phenomenon.
Yeah.
He was just different, you know?
Well, that opens another conversation, actually. We made some names here, and I wanted to ask both of you guys, or I guess the whole panel here, is if they were competing in their prime on today's men's open stage, how would they do?
Who?
I'm gonna tell you the names. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you the
Let's
names.
go.
First,
Let's go.
Victor Martinez.
No. He's going back. He's going back to like the 70s,
No, he's
80s, right?
putting a bunch of people
So
on here.
I'm gonna give you one by one, right? I'm gonna give you a name. You tell me how would they do today,
Today, now.
and specifically in the men's open division, because
At the
back then it
peak.
was only one division.
At
their
the peak. Okay.
So
That's
at
cool.
their peak in 2025, how would they play?
And remember, now we got bodybuilding and classics. So what category?
No,
Men's
only
open.
only men's open.
Men's
only
open.
men's
Okay,
open.
okay.
Because back then it was only one division.
Yes,
So that's it, one
yes.
division. All right,
Okay.
ready? Number one is Frank Zane.
Frank Zane will win because you know,
He would win today.
yeah. I mean, because you have the best version, which was C-Bum. You know, Frank Zane was the best version.
No, we're talking
Well,
about men's
this
open.
one would be men's
This is
open. He
Men's
would-
open.
to beat actually Samson? No.
Men's open, last.
We're talking about men's
He'll
open.
be top 10. He'll be
Men's
top
open,
10.
last.
No, he'll be top 10.
Frank Zane would be top 10, Vic?
Yeah, top 10. Sure.
I think Vic is just being very politically correct.
Unless they change his name, they'll give it to him just for his name.
No, come on. Let's only judge physiques. Just imagine his physique. How would he play?
He just didn't have enough muscle, man.
All right,
Frank, I like you, man, but nah, man.
I like Frank too.
Yeah,
I
like
love
you,
him.
man,
He's
but-
his statue. He's the statue of
but
bodybuilding.
yes. He
So
looked
last
great,
place today.
balanced. He would
Everything.
not do it. He just wouldn't have enough
Beautiful.
muscle. Not enough muscle.
All right,
Flat out,
all right.
that's it.
Next one. Ready? Today, men's open. All right, 2025. Flex Wheeler.
Flex
Ooh.
Wheeler. Ooh.
Today, though,
Today.
2025.
Yeah, he'll do good, man.
He's competing against, the top guys.
Flex Wheeler, 93. He'll
Hadi
crack.
Chupa,
He'll
Andre
win.
Glass
He'll
Pro.
win.
He'll win Olympia.
He'll win.
Really?
You'll win because you're looking at right now, you bring up Flex Wheeler. Sean Roden just won the other day.
Not
You
the
know,
other day. It still was like 5 years, 6
Yeah,
years.
it's 5 years.
That's
but,
a tough man. I mean, so okay, so this would be a list of what, top 10?
No, how would he place today? How would
I know,
Flex
That's
Wheeler place today?
assaulting the
But is this
symmetry.
like
The
an all-star-
symmetry that Flex Wheeler will bring in right
In
now.
2025.
Compared to what the guys have now, looking like blocks.
Probably win.
He'll win, man.
Yeah, he'll
He'll
win.
win. You can't, come
So
on,
Flex
man.
Wheeler, you think he would win on
Flex
today's
Wheeler will
stage?
go through an entire generation and just be winning.
You don't think the muscle mass improved in the last
The
20
thing
years?
is, his muscle mass look like a lot just based on his frame. It looked like a lot.
And he was wrong. Everything was
he
was
looked
wrong.
round. He looked like he weighed more than what he
Yes.
really was. That's the thing. Flex
Sure,
Wheeler
sure. No,
had
that's
the crazy muscle bellies. He will win.
All right, next one. I guess you guys are gonna be biased about it, but Arnold Schwarzenegger today,
Arnold Schwarzenegger, well, those say he had no legs.
right? So he would
Not
not
enough
place.
legs, you know.
No
He'll
place.
still place.
No place.
He'll still place because no, he'll still place because I go back now. You know who was Arnold's favorite bodybuilder? You know, rest in peace. Yeah,
Cedric McMillan.
Cedric McMillan.
Cedric.
You know, Cedric had just a little bit more mass than Arnold. You know, almost the same shape. So Arnold, he will still maybe not win, but I would see a top 5. You know, not Arnold 1982. Arnold 1982 will not place. He will not
All right,
win.
let's go to the next one. Marcus Rule today, 2025. How would he do if he was in his prime?
The only thing with Marcus is just it was just his balance, man, muscle balance.
You've competed against him.
Yeah.
You beat him.
He was just huge. That's the thing with Marcus, man. Love Marcus, but now you're going, and again, when you're saying now, I put Sansom up there.
Right.
He will lose to Sansom, yeah.
Sanson would beat him.
Yeah.
So which place?
Oh, which place?
At
Actual
Olympia.
Place?
What do you think?
Oh, he'll be in the top 5 easy.
Top 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Top 3.
not bad at all, actually.
I
It's
put
not
him
bad.
top 3.
Yeah,
Marcus Rule top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Marcus Rule 2003
Marcus
as the
Rule.
champions at the New York year.
Oh no!
I remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I was there.
He was hard.
I was
like
there
a
when he won,
stone.
man. I was
But
there.
you've beat him many times, huh?
No,
No?
that was when he was already,
No.
finishing
Night after
up.
champion, New York
Yeah,
2003.
but when he won,
He won. He won that show. He was the best
No,
shape
not
ever in
2003. It was
his
2.
life.
It was 2.
No, 3.
No, 3 I took.
3. You was 3?
Yeah.
It was 2.
It
yeah.
was 2, yeah.
All right, so you say top 5, you say top 3?
Top
Okay.
3.
All right.
Yeah,
How about the next one, which is going to be interesting? Dorian Yates.
Oh.
Dorian
Today.
Yates, man, the graininess, the freaking mass is like basically Dorian was the mass monster before Ronnie came in.
2005.
Before
No,
Ronnie.
1995, sorry.
Yeah.
Dorian 1995.
He'll crush a lot of guys, man.
Would he win the Olympia today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I put him first or second. 1
Today?
or 2, yeah.
Without the injuries. I'm not talking about Dorian.
Just
with the
don't-
No,
injuries.
we're,
Don't
talking about-
forget.
we're saying in his prime. In his prime.
Don't forget which people against Dorian Yates were that moment. Sean Ray, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levroni, Narsel Sombati. None of them could
They
beat
didn't
him.
crack him then.
Yeah.
So
I
these
mean-
guys are not going to crack him now. And then with the conditioning, like these guys are coming in with enough conditioning, not with that sick conditioning that Dorian had.
But
Dorian
today we
will
have
win.
Samson, we have Andrew Jack.
Yeah, but Samson he's still polishing up the conditioning. You
The
know?
prob- the
he's getting
problem
better.
for-
He's getting better
Yeah,
too.
the problem for Buddy right now and the Dorian area, they don't have that hardness muscle on the stage. They have like a puffiness muscle. Yeah, they look bigger, but they don't have that hardness look. Dorian, when you're standing on the stage, it's like a mountain. No, it's
But was he conditioned enough to compete today?
Oh, Dorian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dorian, no, put it this way. We still haven't seen guys look as conditioned as he was.
Yes.
Okay.
Today.
You guys being honest, right? They're not just trying to
No. His
No, that's
condition
that's
was
actually
just
true.
We see a lot of
crazy.
that. Yeah.
It was-
Dorian, it's next level conditioning.
I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm saying today's guy. I would assume that a sport advanced.
His condition was superior. It was. He basically brought in what Rich Gaspari brought in, but with mass.
Yes.
Okay.
With mass, bigger.
So the next one I'm assuming is going to be also number 1, Jay Cutler. How would he do today? The prime Jim Cutler. How would he do in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, right
2009?
now, well, it'll be like, Jay Cutler will be like facing a bigger version of me with Samson. So Samson will win.
But still, he'd be in top 3 in your opinion today.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, top 2. I put him top 2.
Yes, Jay will be still superior to this day, yes.
Phil Heath
Phil Heath, yup.
in his prime.
Win, yeah. Win.
All right.
Just
how about-
evolve. Phil Heath came in like a bat out of hell. I mean, he only had a couple of bad placings and then boom, took off.
Phil Heath has most beautiful 3D muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
Of
see
course.
any bodybuilder had
No, he was
complete
he was
3D.
big, he was full, and he had the depth in the muscle.
Yes,
The depth meaning the detail. Like it
It's,
wasn't
it's
just,
interesting because when people have conversations about sports, right? They say if Michael Jordan played today, he would not compete against LeBron James and other people that got superior over the last 15, 20 years. It seems-
Which area compete? This area or that area? Because
No,
the
this today's.
Because basketball, that area, Michael Jordan comes out with the eyebrow broke, the chin broke, the nose broke. Right
He's too
now,
athletic.
you put the finger on the LeBron James, entire games stop. So it's the different games perspective.
he was
right
he
now.
was way more athletic too than
Yes.
LeBron. I mean, Michael Jordan is, his name's significant to this day because his
Sure, no,
athleticism.
of course. He's number
I
one.
mean, the
but,
stuff he did and how he delivered,
right, he delivered.
he was just different, man.
Last name I want to say is, that might be interesting. I want to hear your opinions. Kai Greene. Kai Greene in his prime competing on today's stage against the top.
Great question.
Win.
He would win.
Yes.
He win.
Yes.
That opens a conversation. Do you think
He win.
it could be
Kai
possible? that he
will
could
win because Kai always brought in the conditioning. He was only off a couple of times, and that was just like in the beginning. To this day, when we did going back 2014 Arnold Classic Spain,
Mhm.
they still haven't even print out pictures of him and Phil Heath on that Spain stage because he actually beat Phil on that.
And they gave it to Phil.
Yeah, like Kai looked great at the Arnold Spain in 2014. You know, that was the same year we did the Olympia, Spain, and the Charoux Classic.
And that was the last Mr. Olympia for Kai.
Yeah.
2014, he didn't compete after that at Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
So that Mr. Olympia, they're fighting on the stage.
So if Kai Greene wants to, well, he got a little bit older, of course. We're talking about the prime, right?
Yeah,
So do you think
prime, yes.
Do you guys see his physique lately?
2011 Arnold Classic.
Kai look like he's just having fun, man. He's chilling. Kai's just chilling, man.
You think, in your opinion, if he's able to, do you think his physique would support that and actually make a comeback at this age to compete today?
I mean, he could make a comeback. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of the stuff that most people have, which is,
How old Kai is?
Kids,
Late 40s, I believe, Kai, right? Late 40s.
Kai will never say his age.
Yes, Kai's definitely in his mid to late.
Yeah, but I will have him. I'm 51. I have Kai between 48 and 50.
Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If he come back right now,
I did say one of the best trash talkers in chess.
Yeah.
Kai? Really?
Well, we used to be.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Well, there's some news buzzing on Kai, and people are going to be very surprised fairly soon. I mean, he's been training, and who knows, maybe he'll make a comeback.
Yeah.
I mean, he could, but anything, when you make a comeback, it has to make dollars, not cents. You know? So
I wish Kai
things.
come back before Phil Heath stopped. He should be come back 4 years ago when the Phil Heath come back.
A lot of people, when Phil lost to Sean Roden, everybody was like, Kai, make a comeback immediately.
Yes, that moment, that years.
See, people can make it, but it's like you look at a boxing match. When you want a good fighter, fight the better fighter, the most significant fighter. You know, when people ask that, they usually ask that with a big check behind it.
Sure.
People just ask that because they want to, they want to be thrilled. And
you think the Olympia regrets? You think the Olympia or the IFBB regrets not having an opportunity to give Kai the championship one year?
I don't regret, bro. They just go forward, man. I don't think they don't regret. Like, well, it happened, It's kind of like, people hating on Arnold because Arnold now doesn't, remember them or doesn't acknowledge them. In reality, you were taking care of Arnold. Arnold was taking care of you when it was that time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think back at other years of the show, right? And I can't think of any other moment where, like, Kai is really, truly the people's champion. He was for a long time.
Yes, he set his mark. He set his
mark, and I don't think there's any. But I don't personally think there's any other athlete. There's other athletes, other bodybuilders. I know 07, Vic. I don't. Besides you guys, I don't see any other athletes that really belong. Like, I really, really should have won. I think I can't think of any other people's champions out there. Do you?
I believe Kevin Levrone should be one.
Look, Levrone, Nasser,
Flex Wheeler,
Nasser
Somebody, 1997.
It's like Michael Jordan stopped so many different basketball players, like Charles Barkley, to get a championship.
Exactly.
Similar.
Yes,
story.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Except those were actual real points.
Not an opinion.
It wasn't an opinion thing,
Right.
Those were real points. They went in.
Exactly.
They went
in.
Yeah. There was 10, 20, 100 cameras.
Exactly.
That's so funny, man.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a fact.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us in this week's Generation Iron podcast. Please remember, follow us, like, comment any of our prior episodes. Tune into iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you watch your podcast. Till next time,